tonight on Evening. See how people and pets are teaming up to give a life-saving gift.
It really can change people's lives.
The Seattle man whose hobby made him a YouTube star.
I've had some people say, you're like the Bob Ross of watches.
Plus, meet the woman who tends one of the most colorful spots on Hood Canal.
It's really fun to keep on going if you can.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jose Cedeño, and I'm coming to you from the Seattle waterfront. I'm here because I'm checking out a brand new restaurant.
Jose, you can't forget about the dancing clams.
Oh, that's right. We have dancing clams on our show. It's Ivar's Clamdigger Cafe. It's located inside Ivar's Acres of Clams. I talked to their CEO, Bob Donegan, about this new addition.
If you come into Acres of Clams, the focus of 80% of our menu is seafood. In the Clamdigger Cafe, we've got a much broader menu because we know about a quarter of the population won't eat seafood. And if you're in town for a cruise and you got 4 people with you, the chances are they won't want to come to Acres because they don't want seafood. This is 3 places we have now on Pier 54. We've got Acres of Clams, the full-service restaurant. We've got the walk-up fish bar, and now we've got a concept that's in between. The portions are smaller. You can get in and get out very quickly of the Clamdigger Cafe.
Thank you, Bob. And of course, I'm gonna have food later in the show. But first, there's a new hotel in Seattle that celebrates the Northwest natural beauty. Saint took a look inside.
If Mother Nature ever needs a getaway with an excellent Space Needle view, she'll feel right at home at One Hotel Seattle.
Yeah, this has been a labor of love over the last 2 years.
Located in the South Lake Union neighborhood, this hotel goes where nature leads.
We call it a natural luxury.
Each of the 153 guest rooms and 45 suites a sustainable sanctuary. Stones replace plastic do not disturb door hangers. There are chalkboards instead of paper notepads. The coat rack, it's a tree. And these plants are real.
But yeah, we have over 1,000 plants around the property, and we have a dedicated team. They're called our plant whisperers, who take care of these.
Everything here is forest, but fancy. The hotel has a signature woodsy scent called kindling, and the tables look exactly like the logs they came from. It all comes together to make a space that's perfectly imperfect.
This is just like a window into nature on every floor that I feel is so powerful.
Seattle artist Rebecca Sheedy made the mossy masterpieces in the hallways and lobby.
So we want guests to feel like they're immersed within nature.
Each room has a yoga mat. Guests get a free session from a nearby studio. Also, every room has UV filtered water and glasses made from recycled wine bottles to drink it from.
What I'm really proud of is that we are not having any single-use plastic containers on property.
Tiny hourglasses in the showers are a reminder to save water. Also, you'll find a wooden block in your room. If you overpack, you can give back by placing the block on whatever you leave behind. Those items get donated to Mary's Place, a nonprofit that helps homeless families.
It's really about doing all the good we can.
One Hotel Seattle is the first of its kind in the city, but the man managing it hopes it won't be the last.
And we're hoping that people are going to copy us because we want to do good.
Thank you, Saint. If you want to experience One Hotel Seattle for yourself, we're going to have information in the booking on our website, king5evening.com. Now, when you think about somebody working with watches, it doesn't sound that entertaining, right? Well, one man gained a lot of followers by doing just that.
I started collecting watches just because I liked them. And then I found a YouTube channel called the Watch Repair Channel, tutorials about how to fix watches. And I thought, why not me? What they tell you when you first start to work on watches is you should film yourself doing it so that you can go back if you get stuck or if you don't know where a part goes. So I pointed a camera at my watch and I took it apart. And then I was like, this video's not half bad. I was like, I wonder if I could do anything with it. Next thing you know, I'm adding another camera, the lighting setup's coming out, and I'm thinking, you know, I could do some voiceover over these, and then all of a sudden I was making watch videos.
Hello there and welcome back to another video here on Wrist Watch Revival. My name is Marshall. This time on the bench,
I didn't expect it to hit a wide audience. I thought I'll get some people that'll like this. For the nerdy people that want to just kind of go deep with me and get into this, but as it turns out, it has a wider audience. Nobody knows what's going on inside of a mechanical watch. You don't have to be a hardcore watch nerd to enjoy my video. I have probably 10 different searches on eBay. The other place I'll find them are from friends and family members.
this is a watch that my aunt handed me and she said, "Can you restore this for me? It belonged to my grandmother."
Those are the most rewarding ones because I got to hand that back to my aunt and she was so thrilled when she got it back because, you know, this belonged to a relative of hers who's long gone. And this is a way to connect sometimes with people that aren't there anymore with something so personal, right? That they wore every day. You can see the wear marks. The scale is mind-boggling. I mean, I use a loop for some of my work and sometimes that's not enough. You have to get on the microscope. Literally, I bought a scientific microscope so that I can look at what I'm actually doing on these things. That is synthetic ruby. It's much, much, much harder than metal. It always makes me laugh, but I've had some people say, "You're like the Bob Ross of watches." That is such a big compliment to me. If you watch Bob Ross's stuff, it's never about the painting. You just wanted to hang out with him because he was cool and his voice was funny and stuff like that. That tells you if the watch is running fast or slow, and if so, how much. So it actually ticks 18,000 times an hour. In a world where I can order anything on my phone and have it today, where I can go online and watch anything I want, this is the opposite, and it forces you to sit down, kind of get into your Zen mode a little bit, and really commit to taking your time and doing a process through to the end. I love doing this stuff. You know, if people keep watching, I'm gonna keep making them.
Thank you so much again. We'll see you next time.
That's pretty cool. Marshall has more than 1 million followers in his YouTube channel. Way more than me. We'll be right back.
Still to come, the small gesture making a big difference to moms in need. But up next,
we know that pet people can be some of the most caring people.
How you and your pet can give a life-saving gift.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
I want to check that out.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Ooh. Hello and welcome to the show. We're hanging out in Ivar's newest place to eat, the Clamdigger Cafe. And as you can see, I have a lot of food, and that's why I invited my very hungry cousin, Micah.
Hello guys, how are you doing?
Let's do food talk, okay? You know what this is right here? This is gonna be the crab shrimp empanadas, and that has avocado salsa right there, and chips, of course. This is a fan favorite. This is the Pretzel Bites beer cheese sauce. You're liking it, right?
I am.
Okay, but before that, look at this guy right here. This is gonna be the fried clam po' boy. Yeah, it comes with coleslaw and French fries. But if you are looking more a healthy note, you can always have the salad.
All right, all right.
Okay, any final pick?
I'm gonna go with the beer cheese sauce.
Excellent choice. Micah, do you know that Memorial Day weekend marks the beginning of the summer? And a lot of people tend to just go out and enjoy the outdoors. But it's also the same time where blood supplies are very low. That's why Blood Works Northwest came out with a fun campaign that is pet friendly.
Wow, that's a good idea.
In the heart of Seattle's Capitol Hill, there's a cafe where the tea is strong and the purring is nonstop.
This is Neko Cat Cafe, and we are a sanctuary for kitties to hang out and find their perfect forever homes, and also a spot for humans who love cats to come and meet cats.
For longtime cat lover Leah Penny, helping find these kitties permanent homes is a dream job, one she never imagined having just a few years ago.
When I was 6 years old, I had essentially an overnight onset of an autoimmune disorder called PANS, and so it was triggered by a strep infection, and it's essentially an autoimmune response that affects the brain, and it causes a form of encephalitis.
Years of misdiagnoses followed until a doctor finally found the right treatment, a therapy made possible by blood and plasma donations.
Essentially, they take plasma donations from healthy folks who have functioning immune systems and take out the immunoglobulin. So I don't know all the science behind it, but they isolate these healthy immune system cells, and then they infuse those into me.
A life-changing treatment. Just one reason why BloodWorks Northwest launched its latest donation campaign, Give Blood, Rescue a Human.
It celebrates the bond that people have with their pets. And you're probably thinking, how does that have anything to do with blood donation? Well, when you give blood, you help save someone's life. And that allows them to spend more time with their family, their friends. And oftentimes that includes their pets.
It takes 1,000 blood donors every single day to make sure hospitals in our area have the vital supply they need. It's a selfless act, one Leah and others are glad people make.
As somebody who has really benefited and had my life changed and saved really by folks taking the time to donate, it really can change people's lives. And while you might not ever meet the person who your blood goes to, there are lots of people out there, including me, who have really benefited from those donations.
People and their pets, a perfect combination to help save a life.
We know that pet people can be some of the most caring people, and compassionate people make the best blood donors.
That's fun. There's special blood drives coming up that you can donate. The People and Pets blood drive will be at the Blue Pearl Pet Hospital in Tukwila. That's going to happen on May 27 and also on July 1st and July 30th. To sign up, go to the website bloodworksnw.org/pets. You and your pooch can help save lives. There's a destination garden in Hood Canal that is blooming right now. It's a colorful place that's been around for over 60 years.
Wow.
You'll find old-growth rhododendrons at this garden on the shores of Hood Canal. Some of these plants are 80 years old.
What we hear is, we've been by here for years, and we've never stopped, and we had no idea that this was here. Or, my gosh, I had no idea that it got this big.
Ellie Sather is also in her 80s. She grew up here.
I should have a weed in my mouth or something like that.
Now she keeps Whitney Gardens growing. One of the first things visitors see is this sign.
It says, whoever is in this garden is forever home. So the garden is mostly your home, and any garden that you do.
And this is Ellie's home. It's been adding color to the canal since 1955.
And the color is absolutely glorious, and it's beautiful, and it's beautiful, and it's beautiful, and it's beautiful, and that's what we hear.
It all began with Bill Whitney. He specialized in growing rhododendrons. Soon, the brilliant blooms had folks stopping.
That's how everything started. Everyone could see these blooms from Highway 101, and of course, here was this beautiful bunch of color.
Ellie's parents stopped also and bought Bill's nursery in 1970. Now it's Ellie's. She left for a career as an artist and a photographer, but the blooms called her back.
Seeing things grow. And I think, and then seeing them start to open up, and you see things for the first time, and that's really quite exciting because you're seeing a Mother Nature at its best.
Admission is $1, worth every single penny. No pets are allowed, except for Ellie's dogs.
Yes, that's such a good puppy.
Fred and Sweet Pea. And Ellie still tends to every detail of this nursery. She says the visitors keep her going.
so many people come here and they say, "Hi, Ellie, how are you?" And I go, "Oh, I'm fine." So it's really nice to be able to have that camaraderie with the customers that come in.
This 80-something-year-old also has the best job title we've ever encountered. And the chief badass plant whacker hopes this legacy garden will continue to thrive and welcome visitors long after she's gone. As for now, taking care of this place keeps her as fresh and bright as the blooms that she grows.
It's really fun to keep on going if you can. The alternative is not where you want to be, that's for sure.
The roadies at Whitney Garden is at peak bloom right now, and this is the perfect weekend to go visit. And if you go, go say hi to Ellie and her dogs.
I'll be there.
You're not gonna be there.
When we come back, how a Tacoma mom is using her creativity to help complete strangers heal. Portions of Evening sponsored by Bloodworks Northwest.
Welcome back to Evening from Ivar's Clamdigger Cafe.
Welcome back to this show. There's a mom in Tacoma that is using her art to uplift mothers who are experiencing some difficult times.
When Savannah O'Malley paints in the kitchen of her Tacoma home, she brings bright color to blank canvas. She also brings hope to mothers who have had what's supposed to be the happiest day of their lives turn into the worst.
Cards of Hope is this project I started where I take my paintings and I turn them into little kind of postcards, and I send them to mothers who experienced a NICU stay or a traumatic birth.
The women Savannah sends her art to are complete strangers, but she has a bond with them.
When I was 24 weeks pregnant, I gave birth to twin boys. They weighed about 1.5 pounds, and everything in our world completely stopped when that happened.
Despite the odds, Savannah's twins survived. She still has a tiny diaper and blood pressure cuffs, reminders of their 100-plus days in the NICU.
I mean, it's just like unbelievable how small it is.
After sharing her own traumatic birth story on social media, she heard from hundreds of moms with similar experiences.
It just kind of hit me out of nowhere that this is what I can do. I can take my art and I can gift it to other moms healing from birth trauma.
She gifts Cards of Hope to anyone who asks. She paints bright scenes, always with a small symbol of hope.
I want it to represent hope and positivity and light and life.
She makes her paintings into postcards and handwrites notes on the back reminding strangers they're not alone.
My son was in NICU after he was born with a hole in his lung. It's been a really hard time to heal from the best and worst day of my life.
Sarah Butts had premature twins. A Card of Hope kept her going.
And it just creates this bond, almost like a trauma bond. But she connects it in such a beautiful way. It just makes you feel like you're part of a family, and there is hope, and there's hope that things will get better, and things definitely have for my family, so I got really blessed.
Today, Sarah's twins, Brooklyn and Emerson, are doing well.
This is how slow you know.
And Savannah's twins, Lachlan and Lex, are 6. They've graduated from tiny diapers to bikes and trikes and like to race with their big sister Poppy.
3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
Living proof that trauma and joy can go hand in hand.
It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a big difference from where we started.
And hope always helps.
Little things can make a big difference. Savannah also sells her original work and calendars to support Cards of Hope. We'll be right back.
Now in our 39th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Thanks to support from PEMCO Insurance. PEMCO empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at PEMCO.com.
Welcome back to this show. The 54th annual Northwest Folk Life Festival is happening this weekend. It's happening at Seattle Center on Friday, May 23rd, and it goes all the way to Monday, May 26th. By the way, this is also the first festival for Fox Realis, the young guitar player who we feature in our show recently. He will be playing on Monday at Fisher's Green Stage, so go and check it out. Well, that does it for me, but I do want to say thank you to Ivar's Clamdigger Cafe for hosting us, and also I want to say thank you for my friends for dancing with me, right? Until next time, ciao. Ooh, you got the moves. You got the moves, yeah.